When the British Empire marched into the Kenyan highlands, they expected an easy victory. But they were wrong. They were met with one of the fiercest and longest resistance campaigns in all of colonial East Africa. This isn't just a story about a single battle. It's about a decade-long struggle led by a legendary prophet and warrior. And at the heart of this storm were the Kalenjin people, including a small, resilient tribe known as the Terek. Before British soldiers and the Uganda Railway arrived, the Terek people's world was the lush landscape of Western Kenya. They are one of the Kalenjin peoples, and their culture was built around their cattle and a deep connection to their ancestral land. Life was tough, and survival meant being ready to defend your home. Like their Kalenjin relatives, the Terek were warriors. It wasn't about aggression, it was about survival. This tradition of readiness was a quiet warning to anyone who thought about taking their land. They were a proud, self-governing people, and this was a world they were ready to defend. The late 19th century brought the shadow of the British Empire, which saw Kenya as a prize to be won. The push to build the Uganda Railway was relentless. This railway was seen by many, particularly in Nandi oral traditions, as the fulfillment of a prophecy about a fiery iron snake that would bring chaos. For the Terek and their neighbors, this wasn't a negotiation. It was an invasion. The British declared the best grazing lands Crown land and gave them to white settlers. They imposed foreign laws and taxes that threatened to dismantle the Kalenjin way of life. The message was brutally clear. A foreign power had arrived, and it planned to take everything. Faced with losing their land and independence, the Kalenjin people didn't back down. The charge was led by their kin, the Nandi, under the brilliant spiritual and military leader Koitalel Arap Samoei. From 1895 to 1906, he waged one of the most stubborn resistance campaigns the British ever faced in the region. Koitalel was a master of guerrilla warfare. His warriors launched lightning-fast raids on railway construction sites, not just stopping the work, but cleverly stealing materials like telegraph wires to forge into weapons and jewelry. While historical records focus on the Nandi's armed struggle, the Terek were their close neighbors, sharing a common language, culture, and enemy. They were part of this defiant front, living through the same struggle for survival. After a decade of frustrating losses, the British resorted to treachery to end the resistance. In October 1905, a British officer, Colonel Richard Meinertzhagen, invited Koitalel to a meeting, pretending he wanted to negotiate peace. Koitalel's elders warned him not to shake the colonel's hand, fearing it was a trap to identify him as the leader. But hoping for peace, Koitalel extended his hand. In that instant, Meinertzhagen shot and killed him. His companions were also ambushed and murdered. In a final chilling act, his head was severed. Oral histories have long maintained it was taken to London as a gruesome trophy, a claim that speaks to the deep sense of violation, even if it has never been officially confirmed in British records. The stories of Kalenjin heroes like Koitalel and the resilience of the Terek people are often overshadowed. What local histories from your community deserve to be heard? Share their stories in the comments below, and let's bring these hidden histories to light. Koitalel's murder broke the back of the large-scale Nandi resistance, and the British cracked down hard, confiscating land and forcing the Kalenjin people, the Terek among them, onto reserves. But the spirit of defiance didn't die. The story of their struggle, of Kalenjin warriors holding off an empire, became an inspiration. It fueled the growing anger against colonial rule that would eventually lead to the Mau Mau Uprising and Kenya's independence. The story of the Terek is a powerful reminder that history isn't just written by the victors. It lives on in the culture and memory of a people who, in the face of overwhelming force, chose to fight for their land and their freedom. Theirs is not just a story of resistance, it's a story of an unbroken will to survive. If you believe these stories deserve to be remembered, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Silent Dynasties, and share it with someone who should know.